Hi, Kai Jacobson here. Welcome back. In this video presentation today, we're going to be talking about security. We're going into another aspect of security and how you can protect your funds and do your transactions and have your cryptocurrency and your money in as safe a way possible. This part of the training is about something called 2FA, which is two-factor authentication. And it's super important. It's going to be something that you use on every website that you really do transactions on. All the trading platforms require 2FA. Most wallets require 2FA. Many different sites wherever you're moving money and things are happening. And it's really a powerful way to add another layer of security into your transactions. Let's go dive into what that is. Okay, two-factor authentication, which is again 2FA. You're going to see that everywhere, so really learn 2FA. Two-factor authentication, also known as 2FA, is an extra layer of security that is known as multi-factor authentication that requires not only a password and a username, but also something only the user knows, usually a code sent to them on their personal cell phone that changes it's usually 30 to 20 seconds. And in this way, you only need the code to log in and utilize your personal wallets and trading platforms. 2FA makes it harder for potential intruders to gain access and steal your personal data, identity, and funds. How that works is that basically if somebody wanted to get into your account, let's say to your wallet that you have set up on Coinbase or let's say on Uphold, either one. We use both. We like both those platforms. If somebody wanted to, let's say, sell some of your funds or transfer them to your bank or move them to somebody else, transfer them to somebody else, they would need to have your cell phone in their hand. They'd have to have your physical cell phone and the code that's being sent to you and changes every 20 seconds. So if they were trying to guess the code, they can't do that because there's too many numbers to try to guess within 20 seconds. It's a super protection for your transactions, your funds, and everything. So you want to learn about 2FA. It's actually required and it's something that you'll be using every day, and you'll be using it each site, each wallet that you have, each trading platform, whether you're trading on Bittrex or you're trading on Binance or you're using Qcoin or whichever exchange you're trading on, each one has a different code that you have to download for 2FA. So it's even to open up the account, often you have to have 2FA. So it's just a very important part and something you will have to learn how to do. And in order to maintain a high level of security, many wallets and exchanges require 2FA. The most popular types of 2FA are Authy app and Google Authenticator app. Those are the two main ones that are used, Authy app and Google Authenticator app. Actually, Google Authenticator app is much more common. But some sites use both and some might only have the Authy app, so it's very important to get both. While some wallets and trading platforms use the Authy app, others may use Google Authenticator. It is our recommendation that you download both apps on your smartphone. If you have an iPhone, go to the App Store, and there's a little symbol of the thing you're going to press, and if you have an Android, go to the Google Play. Now that you've got your Authy and Google Authenticator installed, so basically you're going to go down and download those from the stores, and you're going to download them on your phone. You'll want to set up your first 2FA accounts. Sometimes you will be required to set up your 2FA during the initial sign-up process for wallets and exchanges. So even before you can be a member of some wallets and exchanges, you're going to have to get 2FA to be able to start. It's really a very critical thing to learn how to do, and it really protects your funds. In most cases, you will find that 2FA link under the security or settings tabs on the back office of each of your wallets or exchanges. So again, I'm going to say that again. It's under the security or the setting tabs that once you log into either your wallets or your exchanges. This is what a setting of 2FA would look like using Google Authenticator. So you can see here, and you actually have a choice, as you can see, to type in the number or to use a Q code. And we'll go into that in the next one right away. You can manually type in the code into your mobile app, but I prefer, and I basically almost always use the QR code by using the corresponding app on my phone and holding it up to the image. So basically you just point your camera straight to your screen, because whether it's a wallet or let's say an exchange, they're going to show the Q code for that exchange for you personally. You just hold up, just as here in the picture, and you take a picture. Basically, you hold up your camera to it and it goes into your phone through the camera, and it immediately just sets everything up on your phone automatically. You can type it in right here, a code that they have, a manual code like this, and you can type it in here if you prefer to do that. And basically your account's set up for that exchange or that wallet. Now enter the new security code shown on your phone. It'll appear immediately, and it'll tell you that exchange or wallet. So like on my phone, I have, actually 4 or 5 exchanges that I trade on. I have a couple different wallets. So each one will have the name of the exchange or the wallet and then a different set of numbers there. So each one has changing numbers on my cell phone. And I have to make sure I'm reading from the right section every time, because you have to make sure that the numbers you're putting in are for that particular exchange. And they look like this, by the way, that the numbers look like this on the Authenticator. And basically you put it in here at this point, and then it's going to basically set up your account and open it up for you to get in. You'll need to have your smartphone present, so that's another very important thing. If you want to get in, do trades in your account on some of these exchanges, or get into your wallets and move money, let's say to your bank, you are going to have your cell phone with you. Now you can actually be talking to somebody on the cell phone, and let's say somebody else's cell phone is held to an account, they can see what that number is, and as long as you do it within a 20-second period, these numbers start flashing and turning red when they're going to change. So every 20 seconds they change, and you could call somebody up and get the code, type it in, and make it work that way too if you didn't have that phone that was connected to that account. So if you were helping somebody, they could help you get in. Don't recommend doing that unless it's somebody you really trust and you really know. Okay, so when you're setting up your Authy app, which is another form of 2FA, you follow these steps, and it's basically the same thing. You're going to just go through the process. These are some screenshots that see you through that same process, and as you can see, basically you're going to be placing in the number here. It does have a password when you originally set this up too. You set up your own password and username, and that's a very important thing that you keep, again, in a safe place. I like putting these things in a safe to all my different kinds of security settings and so forth, passwords and so forth. Very simple process, and it's going to appear with numbers. Actually, it's interesting that the Authy app has a few more numbers than the Authenticator usually. And then you just basically do the same thing. Each time you log into your wallet, you will have to enter the correct security code, and each wallet and trading website will have its own security 2FA code specific to that website. So as I said, you're going to have many of these. And to create them, I just hold up that Q code when I'm setting up the account, and it logs it all in, and then the numbers start appearing, and then you can always get into your accounts. And often when you want to move money around, when you want to sell or buy new cryptocurrencies, all those times they're going to even ask again for the 2-factor validation to come up. That's going to be something you're going to do numerous times even while you're on the site. It's not just once when you get in. Online security, 2-factor authentication, 2FA, always protect your assets.